Alright, hello folks, this is a Black Weasel, and today is One Piece chapter 842. So we're gonna go ahead and get right to it. I just came from work. I was gonna go to a rec center to lift weights for a while, but as you can hear, it's raining outside, and so I'm not gonna walk out in the rain. Anyways, the power of fullness. There's a fan request of Sanji. He was braiding a bunch of catfish, whiskers like Zip does towards his mustache. It's really nice. Okay, we get some fan art. Anyway, now the scene takes place where we left off, whereas Luffy continues to chomp down Cracker's biscuit soldiers. And the caption from the translators, it says the 800 million plus bounty versus a persistent will to devour. And Luffy burps, and Cracker says, "Just as you wish, I'll produce as many biscuit soldiers as your heart desires." And Cracker says, "Gorgeous until you explode, you fool." But at the same time, Luffy's made of rubber. I highly doubt that's gonna happen. Anyways, Cracker says, "And you, King Bomb, I shall report to Mama that you have forgotten where your loyalty and allegiance lie. The top of my head and King Bomb says, the top of my head gets lopped off right off. And now this." And then King Bomb says, my Master Cracker, that just isn't fair, Jew. All of us, including myself, are unable to put up a fight against this girl due to the power emanating out of her piece of Mama's river card." And Cracker says, and King Bomb says, is that how somehow meant to justify the fact that you're still following her orders? And Cracker says, "Ridiculous. Serve you excuses for Mama herself. The fact remains that you're choosing to stand against me." They have some inner conflict. Anyways, Cracker says, "Of all the possible scenarios to play out, if it weren't for the damn rain that stupid girl keeps producing, my ultra hard biscuit soldiers wouldn't keep turning into these edible biscuits." So that's what's the behind the scenes is happening. And during Sanji's flashback, Cracker and Luffy's battle continues, and Nami keeps making rains in order for the biscuit soldiers to weather down. Anyways, Nami says, "Oh, cry me a river. This is a fight amongst pirates. You can soak and pout all you want about how I managed to discover your weakness, but that doesn't give you the right to lash out at my soldiers." Oh, I'm my soldiers. Oh my god. Yeah, Nami has soldiers. Anyways, King Bomb says, "My?" And the trees have a face fall. He says, "It's like we're her personal pawns at this point." And Nami says, "Any complaints?" And the trees said, "No, it's been a pleasure." Anyways, Cracker says, "This battle has dragged on long enough." Yeah, he wheezes. He says, "This ends now." Now, Cracker does not have a lot of bloody bruises, but he looks like he's very, very tired. And Luffy says, "Ha, ha, gugh. But honestly, I don't think I can take down another bite. Maybe I can figure out a way to get rid of them without having to stuff my face." And Cracker says, "I guess I got no choice but to eat them again. And then Luffy says, "I guess I got no choice but to eat them again, since they'll just regenerate if I try to break them." And Nami says, "Be sure to protect me at all costs, homies." And the homie says, "Yes, Mom." And Nami says, "Weather egg." And Cracker is pissed again. And Nami says, "You think you're hot stuff just because you're Yonko's right hand man, but Luffy's the man who's going to become king and pirate king. In other words, his hunger is absolutely limitless." Luffy says, "What?" And Luffy says, "Not me. I've been binging on these things literally all nut." And the tree says, "This is nuts. Does that mean that this dude has some sort of internally expanding stomach?" And Luffy says, "Not really." And Nami says, "Rain spark." And the rain's working again on the biscuit soldiers, and they're becoming soft. And Cracker says, "Arg, my soldiers are changing consistently and softly yet again." And Luffy says, "Burp." And Luffy says, shit. And Cracker says, wait, I can't. He's just going to devour them again. And Luffy says, we're coming to see you, Sanji. And he takes a big chomp off one of the Biscuit soldiers. And Cracker says, my God, his stomach is like a bottomless pit. And judging from the second shot, I think that's the end of it. Now the scene changes towards Whole Cake Island. The narrative caption says, meanwhile at Whole Cake Island, the capital sweet city, and somebody says, seriously? I'm telling you, I saw something. And somebody else says, during the night, when I happened to be looking into my mirror, and we have a girl who's looking into the mirror, and it turns out to be Chopper and Carrot mimicking, coming into that girl's mirror. And it turns out they got caught by a girl who's doing her makeup. And she managed to take a lipstick and put it across her face, which is kind of funny. Anyways, a guy says some weird rabbit and raccoon dog thing showed up out of nowhere. And another girl says, same here. And the scene changes towards inside Brule's world. And Brule is chasing after Chopper and Carrot with a scythe. And Brule says, quit screwing around in my precious mirror world, accept your fate. And Chopper yells like, yeah. And Carrot says, Barbara, I can't run for much longer. And that makes any sense. Oh yeah, they're carrying chain balls. That sucks. Anyways, the scene changes, and somebody says, Lord Judge, it is time to start heading towards the Whole Cake Tattoo. We completed all the preparation for your departure. And Invincible Judge says, alright, inform the children as well. And Reiju says, I'll sing for a bit, alright? And Sanji says, just hurry up and put it on. Damn, after his beating from Ninji. And it sticks on towards Sanji's face. And Sanji says, ugh, you aren't kidding, this really... And it stings the hell out of Sanji's face. He lets out a scream, like, ah. And Reiju says, you can't touch it, Sanji. And he still gets stinged a lot. And he said, And Sanji's face, it looks like it's been back to normal. I was like, what the heck? And Sanji says, my face is back to normal. Ow. And Reiju says, that face mask only prevents your face from swelling, which means it simply interferes with your body's natural healing process. So it'll still be sensitive to the touch and won't repair itself until it's removed. But I'm sure you prefer this any day over showing up looking like some blowfish. And Reiju says, in the Charlotte family, last names remain unchanged even after marriage. But as long as the bride takes a liking to you, you'll be able to live out the remainder of your days in a joyous bliss. And Sanji says, you. And Reiju says, you have no one to blame but yourself. I told you not to come back. This is the extent of the hell you'll be getting from me. That doesn't make any sense. Sanji was kidnapped by Capone Big 8 in Zoo. And the Invincible Judge wanted Sanji to get married. That doesn't make any sense at all. Anyways, Reiju says, I told you that there are no second chances around here. And Reiju says, anyways, I've been meaning to ask this chivalry of yours. Where did you pick it up from? And he starts lit a cigarette, and there's another flashback towards Barati. Yeah, I really like that arc. Anyway, somebody says, quit your yammering. And Chef Zed says, now none of the people out of any of you. We don't need no stinking female cooking here. Huh. She looks like he doesn't hire any women chefs. That's what Chef Zed says. I train all of you imbeciles for my kicks, but I ain't subjecting no women to that. And Sanji says, why? If she doesn't get something, just knock some sense into her like you do us. Yeah, you don't treat women equally, you know? Female rights. And Chef Zed says, men aren't meant to kick women, you twat. That is an ironclad rule of this universe since before the time of dinosaurs. Well, yeah, because women are weak and sensitive in general. That sort of makes sense. And Chef Zed said, listen, I don't give a damn how many times you fuck up a human being as a human being. But you end up screwing up as a man. Well, if that day ever comes, I'll be there to personally slice your damn balls off. Oh my god. And Chef Zed says, hell, I'll slit myself in the throat while I'm at it. And Sanji says, "Well, why? You go that far?" Why? You go that far? And Chef Zed says, "That's my duty, and that's what it means to be your damn parent." Oh, Chef Zed is an adoptive father of Sanji. Holy crap! And Chef Zed says, "Fool, don't you dare grow into some asshole I'll come to despise. Now hurry up and get back to work." And Sanji says, I'm just following the rules of this universe since before the time of dinosaurs." And one of the maids says, "Lord Sanji will be deported shortly." And Sanji's, and they also says the time has come for the engagement gift exchange. Alright. Anyways, now the scene changes, and somebody says have a safe trip. And the Vince Smokes are out in some type of a kiddie carriage. It reminds me of Shrek, whereas Shrek and Fiona have to go towards a different castle before marriage. This happened in Shrek too. Anyways, the Grimmer soldier says, "We send our best regards and well wishes to you, Lord Sanji." And somebody else says, "Lord Sanji," and somebody else says, "Break a leg." And the cat says, "Meow." And there's a scene of Yanji smiling, and Niji smiling as well. And Sanji, he looks pissed as well, because like he doesn't want to get married. Anyways, the scene changes, and we're back in the seducing woods. And he and Luffy took a chomp out of the biscuit soldiers, and Luffy says, "Give it a rest already. How many times do I have to tell you? I can't take down another crumb." And Cracker starts laughing, "Ha ha ha, so even you have a limit." And Luffy says, "But that doesn't mean I'll go through and waste what I've already eaten." And anyways, Cracker says, I'll do you one better. That fill that oversized stomach of yours with holes. I'm sure I will help relieve some of that stress. I'm going to end this before you get any more funny ideas. he's gonna charge at Luffy and pierce him in the stomach with a sword. And Luffy says, "Muscle balloon," and he covers his. Oh, is he gonna go Gear 4th? And he comes out as Gear 4th TANKMAN full version. Oh my god, I can't believe this. And Nami says, "Whoa, he got even bigger." Like he's, oh my. Alright, I like his hair. He reminds me of a Super Saiyan 4 Goku and Vegeta from Dragon Ball Z. Like all of his, it's like even his hockey is like flames. He looks like his flames. It's not coming back from Akinu's scar. And there was Cracker says, I must say that's a stark contrast from your initial transformation. Can you remove in that state? And the translator spelled that wrong. And Cracker says gaps, weaves. And Cracker says, "Honey, Petzo." And it pierces Luffy's the stomach, and something weird happening to it towards his sword. And Cracker says, "What the? I can't tell. Is it hard or soft?" "Nope, it's made of rubber." And it looks like it's coming. It looks like Cracker is coming into his stomach. And Luffy said, and Cracker said, "Whoa!" And Luffy yells out in a mumble voice, "Jami, don't spray any water on the remaining biscuits. Leave them as they are." And Nami says, "Huh? Got it." And Luffy says, "It's time you felt the power of my fullness." And he looks like he's getting ready. Looks like he's getting ready to chuck Cracker out of his stomach. And there's a shot of the Grimmer. There's a shot of the biscuit soldiers. And Luffy says, "Goma Goma no." And Cracker says, "I can't get out. What are you going to?" And he chucks Cracker at the biscuit soldier, and and there's a tooth that came out of Cracker's mouth, and he gets chucked flying. And Luffy says, "Enjoy your trip to the ends of the New World, Cannonball." And he chucks a Cracker through more than four Biscuit soldiers, and he uses Gomu Gomu no Cannonball. And I can't believe it. It looks like he defeated him with one hit. Nami is shocked. Luffy is still pissed, and all the talking stuff are very, very surprised. I can't believe it. He kicked the crap out of Cracker. Alright, that's the end of it. And that's the end of it. The battle with Cracker is all over. It's pretty nice.